Happy New Year to everybody. It's kind of a crazy and weird holiday season with really sub-zero Arctic kind of vicious weather. But Christmas is nice and a few presents were received. One of them was a new model, a Cobi Mark III Panzer tank. Actually, the J model with a long barrel 50mm gun. And it was a very nice build. Instructions. Very nice build. It took a little time. Nothing confusing in it. Nothing bad. I made one mistake myself, which I'll explain when I go into it. But as far as the instructions, awesome. It was a very, very good build. And there it is. I changed the figure on. It came with 2 mechanic figures, and I put an actual tank commander. I had extra figures. I put one in here, so it's the way it would look in battle. The long barrel 50mm gun. The one mistake that I did was the threads. I put one thread on this side upside down, and when you run the threads like so, it would get caught. It would throw the threads. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? So I went very carefully and looked with a loop the others on the other side, because you could see where they were, and I had one out of place. So I took it off, switched it, reversed it, and she's fine. The nice thing about this model, like the Pershing, is this. Now, of course it would fail when I try to get it off. Unless I just peel it off. The engine bay can be removed, and you can see the Maybach V12 engine in it. Very detailed. That was a little tricky putting together. A lot of small parts with it, and I don't know. The sides of this tank are phenomenal. I mean, there's a hatch that opens on the side here. I can get it to open. There we go. There's a hatch that opens up like the real one. And the detail on this tank, like all the current Cobis, phenomenal. I mean, right now they're in a league of their own because Lego won't make military toys. So Cobi has a monopoly on the market, and they do really, really well. All pad printed markings, no sticker decals, which is amazing. And the overall, this tank is just, I don't know, I can't say anything bad about it. It's pretty much like it would be. Let me fix straightening exhaust up, like you would see it if it were in battle. This tank is a curious tank because when the Germans started World War II, which they did, they had the Mark I, which is a light tank with the machine guns, Mark II, which is an extremely light tank with a 20mm gun. And then you had this one. It had a short barrel 37mm gun. What they did was, they had another one, the Mark IV, and the Mark IV was an infantry tank with a short barrel 75mm gun. They intended this tank to be the fighting tank. The tank was going to go into tank-on-tank battles, and not the Mark IV, and it went up to the Mark IV, wound up being the tank to do that with the long barrel 75mm gun. Well, this one, I mean, they were able to put this gun on, and the thing with this gun will penetrate most Allied armor at the time they were using this with this long barrel gun. Its armor wasn't that thick, but at that time, in a tank battle, it'd be the tank crew that sees the target and hits it first to be the one that wins, regardless of what the tank could do or what strengths and weaknesses the tank had. And this tank did pretty well like this for a while. These actually went up against early T-34s with 76mm guns, and there were spots where the armor in the T-34 could be easily penetrated by this gun. And if you've seen the movie The Enemy at the Gates, you see these tanks in there, or a mock-ups made to look like them. They probably were. I'm not sure, but they used these in Russia. They used them in North Africa. But then when we engaged them around the time of D-Day, the Mark IV became the tank. This became more of a support kind of a tank, I think, and not as much as a battle tank. But when it was in this form, I mean, it was a potent tank. You got remove the little short 37mm gun, replace it with this 50mm gun. I want it to malfunction, make me look like an idiot. And you got yourself a pretty potent vehicle. There was a total of, excuse me for a second, looking away. How many parts was in this? Quite a few. 780 pieces, so it took a bit of time, and I'm following Cobi's suggestion of you take one bag at a time, dump the whole sub-series of bags within that, and build it that way, 1, 2, rather than dumping all of them like you would with a Lego and just have a endless sea of bricks to work from, and kind of wouldn't work out the way you want it to be. So I'm trying to feed the thing back in. There we go. So I'm going to put it back on so you can get a good look at it, fully dressed, basically, with all its stuff on. There it is. Wasn't bad. And there you have it. I have to say, between the Pershing and this, these are probably the best two tanks that they have now. I haven't built any of the other newer ones, but I'm really impressed with these. I mean, they're better than the old 1/32nd scale Reval or Hasegawas that built years ago. These things just kick them in the butt. I mean, the figures are kind of but they're brick models. But as far as what they represent, I mean, very, very, very good. Price point on this I can't give you. It was a gift. I have another one. I'm going to build an HE111, which I'll do a video on because I have a week off between before I start my next job. So I will try to build it while I have some time off the next week and show you a video. Maybe show a few other Christmas present kind of things. It's kind of a good Christmas. That's it. Once again, this is a Cobi Panzer 3 Model J. Good luck trying to find them. I guess they're hard to find. The person who got me this said that he had a heck of a time, and I tried to get this myself. I couldn't. People that had it on eBay was gone, so I was lucky to get this. And what I have been doing, I've been saving the boxes with these. Not that I'll ever disassemble them into tiny pieces again, because that would probably be a horrendous thing to do. But like if you had to move or something, you could just kind of take parts of it off and they're transportable. But I guess they're worth more if you keep these boxes, and I've been saving them. I will definitely save all the instructions for them, but I don't know. Once again, Cobi Panzer Mark III, and sorry that this video was a bit long. Hope you enjoy, and I will have more videos coming within the next couple of days. Bye.